Hello Potter Puppets and welcome back to my channel. How is the homeschooling going? I don't like to call it homeschooling. We're just trying to do our bit and teach our kids a bit. Homeschooling is a choice. This is not a choice. I read something earlier on the internet and it stated this and it made me feel a little bit better. But how is it going? We're doing fine. But having two children on two different wavelengths, because there's a 5-year gap between my kids. One of them's in secondary school, the other one's in primary school. Primary school works easy. My oldest is in year 7 and it's completely changed from when I was at school. It's unbelievable, but we are trying our best. Now, in this video, I'm going to tell you some things that I have found out. So my boys, like myself, love Harry Potter, and you know, learning can be a bit boring sometimes. I am pushing them, not hard. They actually come to me wanting to do more work, but I think they're getting bored of it at the same time. So I came up with games, because we know kids, you know, if you make games up for learning and they don't realise they're learning from it, they just think it's fun, then obviously it just helps. So I have come up with some Harry Potter related learning techniques, and I am not a teacher, but these techniques are working. So I've never asked people to do this, but please give this video a share. Even if you are not homeschooling, give it a watch and give it a share if you think it'll be useful. And if you are homeschooling, I keep saying homeschooling, then yeah, and your kids love Harry Potter, then try some of these out, because I have tried a couple of these out so far and they work. So yeah. Please keep on watching, and if this is the first time you're seeing my face, hello and welcome to my channel. If you would like to become a Potter Puppet with us, please click that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video, and follow me on my social media, and yes, please give this video a share. So the first thing I came up with was a game of Quidditch. So my youngest at school, so this is for my youngest, he's 6, okay? They have been learning to count up in tens. And in Quidditch, when they score, it's 10. It's like 10 points to Gryffindor, 10 points to Hufflepuff, blah, 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 we get it. So I thought of making a little game. So Jamie picked 2 houses that he wanted to play against each other in a Quidditch match. And yeah, I would say, okay, so he picked Hufflepuff and Slytherin. So it would be like Hufflepuff scored 10. So I'd have 2 columns, Hufflepuff and Slytherin. He knew that there are 10 points for every score. Every one score is 10 points. I did also tell him that at the end, if someone catches a snitch, it's 50, but I'll get to that bit. So obviously I was like, oh, Hufflepuff has scored 10. So he'd put 10. And then I'd be like, oh, Hufflepuff scored again. So that's another 10. So instead of putting 10 underneath the 10, he would add that 10 onto the 10, because he's counting up in tens. How many times can Susie say tens? But yeah, it was a really fun game. And he really enjoyed it. He found it fun and he was learning, which was absolutely amazing. And then obviously at the end, when I wanted to finish it, we did play on for a while. I think I said Slytherin have caught the snitch. So obviously that was 50 points. So we worked out whatever score they had. We worked together out what the 50 was on top of that. And then obviously you had 2 scores at the end. And it also taught him to figure out which was the greater score, like the higher number. So yeah, that actually worked really well. So let me know if anybody gives this one a try. The second one that I did, I have done this one today. This was another maths, and this one was for both of them really, but I was just giving them different scenarios. So my eldest is learning maths sentences. Maths sentences, sorry. My youngest, I don't know if he is learning maths sentences, but I thought he could give it a go. I just gave him a bit easier ones. So instead of saying, I don't know, 30 minus 10, I was saying the golden trio, Harry, Ron and Hermione had 30 chocolate frogs each. Ron ate all his 10. How many was left altogether? Well, obviously, sorry, we did work out how many were all together first. But yeah, math sentences. So yeah, so they had obviously 30 frogs, 10 each. And then I said, Ron ate all of his chocolate frogs. How many are left altogether? And then I would say, so how many is Hermione left with? How many is Harry left with? And how many is Ron left with? Obviously, he's ate all his, so it was 0. That was really fun. And again, that example I gave you was in tens. That's what I gave Jamie. But Declan I gave a little bit tougher ones. But yeah, math sentences, scenarios that you could use where they've got, I don't know, you could use a certain amount of teachers have a certain amount of quills, and yeah, it was fun. So a bit of English, I decided to check their punctuations, because Jamie's even doing punctuations, capital letters, full stops, things like that. Declan obviously is a bit further ahead in punctuations. I decided to ask them to make just a short story adventure up with the trio. Now with Declan being in secondary school, I did it a little bit harder with him. Obviously I got him to do a brainstorm, a short version of the beginning, middle and end, just planned his story out. Jamie just went for it because he's only 6, but he gave it a really good go and he did really well. But yeah, it was fun because they love Harry Potter, and it was nice making their own story up using their imagination. And yeah, they really enjoyed it, and they both did amazingly well. We did that for English today. Spellings, that was a good one because I picked some words out of the Wizarding World that Jamie I knew would be able to do, and also Declan, so they both had 2 separate spelling lists, and obviously I tested them on them. Tested them on them. Isolation's just killing me. But yeah, that was really fun to do too. The next section, things I haven't actually tried yet, but I really can't wait to try these. So we have bacon. I know it's a bit tough if you haven't got the stuffing because we are limited to leave the homes. But butterbeer, that would be ideal. There are some easy recipes. I have found one myself. I might do a video on that. Should we make butterbeer? I think we should. But yeah, I found an easy sort of recipe, so I'll give it a go with the kids at some point. You could make cookies. I have some cookie cutters, and they're like jumper shape that I got from a Geek Gear box. So I will use them, but if you've got cutters like stars, anything magical looking really, and obviously if you can, decorate them. But yeah, biscuits, fairy cakes, you could do fairy cakes and turn them into something Harry Potter. Just, yeah, use your imagination, but bacon's definitely one of them you've got to do. How to brew polyjuice potion. Arts and crafts, you can do so much. You could make little golden snitches. I mean, again, if you have the right resources. I mean, I'm an arty crafty person. If you've been watching my videos in the past, you'll know this because I have showed some of my crafts on videos before. So I do have a few bits in, but use your imagination. You can use cereal boxes, not for a golden snitch, but I'm just saying cereal boxes, packagings, anything really. And if you've got any old keys that you don't use anymore, you could make flying keys. You could, because there's packagings everywhere that have got that clear window. You just cut wing shapes out and glue them onto the key. That would be quite fun to do, and you've got a little decoration at the end of it. But yeah, look on Pinterest because they have mounds of ideas. Pinterest is my best friend. This one's kind of for music lovers. My eldest does music in school now. He's in year 7. They do music, so I'm lucky enough, I play the piano. So I have a keyboard, and I haven't done it yet, bring it out, and I do have a Harry Potter music book, but it is too hard for them. They don't even know how to play it, so, you know, they won't be able to use that book. But if you look online, there are music sheets you can use. I don't know if you can print them off, because I've tried looking before on there, but I haven't obviously tried printing them off. Otherwise, I'd be able to tell you can. But you can have your phone on the stand and obviously copy off the screen. But yeah, and if you have an instrument or anything, but you could do like, you know, with younger ones, you know, with like pots and pans and things like that, and you can teach them rhythm and try and do either Hedwig's theme tune and probably that won't be the best one because kids know that song obviously from Harry Potter. But yeah, I definitely think music should be in there for a bit of fun. Okay, so PE, right. I came up with some awesome games and I'm really excited to tell you these. I am literally doing this video while my kids are having their dinner, and then we're going to go out and try some of these games. But yeah, I came up with, what does it say? I've wrote everything down. Find the golden snitch. So I do have something that I've got a golden snitch. So I'm going to hide that in the garden. Obviously use whatever, you can change the name of it. It doesn't have to be hide the golden snitch. And what I'm going to do to stop falling out, my kids fall out, okay? They are typical boys, fighters, and it's ridiculous. They do love each other though, they do. But I will do it a turn at a time and we'll see how long it takes. So they'll race around the garden, so they're getting the fitness levels up. So yeah, find the golden snitch we're going to do. Quaffle score. So as for like skills, and I don't know, I'm not very good at PE. See, I'm not a teacher. Half of us are not teachers and we're trying our best. Quaffle score, basically it's to do with like skills and coordination maybe, I don't know, but they have like buckets, or I have plant pots out there that are empty, and I will give them something and tell them it's the quaffle and they've got to try and score. And so obviously I'll give them a line to stand at and they will throw the quaffle in and try and score their 10 points. But that's good for maths as well, because Jamie and Declan can keep an eye on their scores. So yeah, definitely cannot wait to get out there and play some of these games. Hit the bludger, just another name that I've come up with for cricket. Jamie, I mean, he loves being outside, and he really does love being outside, but I mentioned PE about an hour ago and Jamie just looked at me like, I don't know, and I was like, should we wait then till after dinner? He was like, yeah, I think that's best, Mum, I've worked hard all morning. So yeah, I told him that I've got some Harry Potter games sort of, and I'm hoping, he likes it. So yeah, it's cricket to us, but give it a different name. The kids they'll never know. I'll let you know anyway. There's a game, I'm sure it's called Hot Potato, where you have a ball and you can't hold it for long. You literally can only hold it for a couple of seconds before you throw it to the next person. And I'm sure it's called Hot Potato. I might be making this up, I don't know. But I'm going to call it Hot Dragon Egg. So I will make sure, obviously, they know it's a dragon egg and it's hot and they need to throw it to each other. Again, it's skills. Agility! That's the word I was looking for. Not for the quaffle. See, I'm rubbish. I'm glad I didn't do that PE for GCSEs, I tell you now. And the last PE game I've come up with, okay, we all know the game, What's the Time, Mr. Wolf, and obviously the person that's the wolf doesn't look at the people behind, and the people behind shout, what's the time, Mr. Wolf? And like he or she will give it a time, and then they move that many steps. But obviously the wolf doesn't know how close they are, and they just have to sort of make a guess. Well, I've come up with a different one, okay? Never tickle a sleeping dragon, which I love because it's on the crest, the Hogwarts crest in Latin. So yeah, it's the same sort of thing. So we'll have, say Declan goes first. So Declan will have his back turned to Jamie up against like the fence or something outside, and he will snore. And Jamie will slowly walk. But at the same time, Declan will have to keep turning round and then turning back to go to sleep. I don't know how that'll work, but it was an idea. If anyone can, sort of make it a little bit better. It's just some ideas, But I can't wait to try that one out because we all love What's the Time, Mr. Wolf. Wizarding word rush. Okay, so it's a bit of English, it's a bit of quick thinking, it just keeps their brains ticking over. So I was thinking that it's an actual game where you pick a subject and each person says a word, and obviously, for example, so wizarding word rush. So I will say, I don't know, Quidditch. Quickly, the next person will have to say another wizarding world name. And you have to do it as quick as you can. But the rule is that you cannot say a word that you've already said, and you cannot say a word that your partner's said. So I don't know how well that one's going to go with Jamie, really. Declan probably would do all right, but I don't know about Jamie, but we're going to give it a go. And the last thing that I thought of for now, use your printer. If you haven't got a printer, I don't know how you'd go about it, but those of you that have got printers or have got an access to printers, print word searches, print colouring pages, you can you can print 3D things to build. I think there's printables of like the chocolate frog packaging and Bertie Bott's packaging. You could have fun there. That could obviously go into arts and crafts. And I was thinking as well, print some sort of, I don't know, certificate print some certificates for your kids. Make it fun. Make it rewarding. You don't know what you're doing. Make yourself look like you know what you're doing. But no, I generally think these were quite good ideas. Like I said, I've tried, how many did I try? That one, and that one. I tried 3 this morning. The Quidditch game with Jamie, the math sentences, and I did the short story. They made their own little story up and they went really well, and I'm really looking forward to trying the other ones with them when I can. But yeah, please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you try any of these. I would like to know if it worked for other people, because it will make me smile in these dark times. And please share this video, because it might come of some use, and I'm trying to do my bit and I'm trying to help. But yeah, that's it for today's video, guys, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, Potter Puppets.